Hey YouTube, this is We All Juggle Knives. In this video, we're going to do a full breakdown of the, I guess I'm going to call this the Biru Gear kit because that's the container it's in. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. But this was like $4. It's a great container for a kit. Notice, it does not have any sort of belt loop or anything, so if you did, for some crazy reason, want to wear this directly on your belt, just get some Ranger bands, put them around it, thread your belt through, sawdust, and you can wear this on your belt. It's more likely that you would put this into a day pack or a waist pack or like a glove compartment of a vehicle or backpack or something. Okay, so let's look at what we're talking about before we go any further. This is the same pack that I showed in my previous video. Basically how to maximize space and keep order inside survival and everyday carry kits. And I talked about how you want to standardize the length of all the major long items, right? And then have all your flat items, stacked above and below it. All right, so this is the kit that we are talking about. Now this is a dual purpose kit. It's a little different from other kits that I have shown because mostly I've shown everyday carry kits. An everyday carry kit is different from a wilderness or for what's usually called a survival kit. This kit here is both. It's a combination kit. Okay, here we go. Full breakdown. Full breakdown. This is a fire stash lighter. Right, it is a lighter. These do sometimes run out of fuel. They can evaporate, which is why I have a backup way to start fire. This is more for the everyday carry part, just more convenient than a spark maker. This is the Thrunite Ti3. I've reviewed this before. It's a very good light. It has, different, this is, you can see this is the bright setting. It is extremely bright, right? For the battery, for the AAA battery it uses, it is extremely bright and compact. You can check out my previous review of that. I also did a little review of this. I'll include the link. It is a hacksaw, but it also works on wood. And then basically a little razor blade, which I have sharpened on my Spyderco Sharp Maker to be scary sharp. It's very hard to find a hacksaw and a wood saw that is small enough to fit in here. All right, this is the only one I found, and it's extremely light as well. Over here is the Spyderco fully serrated ladybug. I got to show those serrations, and this is scary sharp. You can check out my full review of that, but sufficient to say it's an incredibly sharp, fully serrated mini knife. This is the Gerber dime. You can check out my Gerber dime review. And this has a plethora of useful little tools. It's got scissors, the mini pliers, and so forth. It was about like $18. Okay, so the Gerber dime. All right, next up, this Sparklight. I have not reviewed this little kit, but you can find them. You can find some reviews of it. I've taken a few things out and I've added a few things just because it was convenient to add some medications. This is Ibuprofen. Now notice this is packed very tightly. It pretty much has to be. We're limited by space. So just to get it out, you want to take something jagged like this, and you can very easily fish out the tinder. This is tinder that it comes with. This is a spark wheel, right? This is my alternative, my backup fire source. It's brass, and it generates sparks, and it'll spark that tinder easily. And you just got more tinder in there. And what else do we have is we have a whistle, a signal whistle. All right, and then it also glows in the dark. But yeah, it's just a a good signal whistle. That's more the wilderness rescue part of the kit. And underneath that, I just have some jute twine as emergency cordage. You know, you guys know the uses for cordage. All right, I just wrapped it around a piece of cardboard. And a large pin just to, you know, you can repair clothing, you can bend it into a hook. We have this. Yeah, you know what this is. It's duct tape. Right, duct tape. Not quack, but duct, like air duct. Yeah, so some duct tape. A little notepad. It's an address book, but just a notepad. If you know, you can leave a note. Come rescue me. I've gone south. I will walk for 2 days until I die. Come rescue me. You can leave notes. You can write plans. Plan your rescue, or just for everyday use. You know, when you get the digits, you can write them down. All right, I know people put them in their phone nowadays, but hey, I'm old school. All right, here's a magnifying card. It doesn't cost you anything to put that in. Here's a compass. I have tested this with larger, better ones. Okay, so I know it does work. All right, so small compass. More repair materials. We've got wire here and nylon cord there. You know, just little, you can repair a set of glasses with this and other stuff like that. And mostly we have first aid stuff to deal with lacerations. Yes, you know, I mean, there's a limit to, you know, you can't like cure cancer out in the field, but you can do what you can do. Which means at least dealing with lacerations, you know, making sure that cuts and so forth don't get infected. We've got some prep pads, antibiotic, bandages of various sizes. Some of these have their own antibiotic pre-applied. You know, you can get those. You see this has antibiotic pre-applied on it. There's some larger bandages. And behind that, yeah, you know what this is. It's a signal mirror, but what's on the other side? It's actually a good length of dental floss in there. Now, this is not just for your teeth. Dental floss can be used as small cordage for a lot of different things. And I just saw this combination, you know, signal mirror, well, any type of mirror, but it's a mirror and dental floss in one. All right, and the only other thing left in there is a pen. It's one of those Victorinox pens. Yes, you can buy them separately. All right, just a pen to write your notes. Okay, so that is what we have. Now let's try to organize this so that it makes more sense. All right, for the everyday carry stuff, we have basically what I call the tool section. A knife is a cutting tool, so it's in the tool section. Okay, so we have tools right there. Your light source right there, that's a basic of everyday carry. Okay, we have fire. We have a convenient method for the everyday carry, and we have a more reliable, you know, this will never run out of fuel method, and we have tinder. You gotta like puff those out to use them, or it's better that way. All right, and now we have the building and repair materials section: duct tape, cord, wire, and jute, large pin, as well as the dental floss. That stuff is pretty useful for, you know, improvising, jury rigging stuff. I mean, you guys know that duct tape is useful. I'd like to include some paracord, but really there's not much room for a significant amount, so I went with something that was more compact. And yeah, jute is not as strong as paracord, but you got to make, you know, there just wasn't room for a significant amount of cord. And the first aid supplies are here. And as far as navigation and rescue, you know, you can signal for help with your whistle. You could signal with the mirror. And if you can't find a rescuer, you can at least know what direction to start walking in. And this is just notes and information. You can read things with this. You can also start a fire with some practice with it. And, you know, the pen and paper, that's more for everyday use, but you could also leave little notes for your rescuers. Okay, and now, you know, there's nothing for water in here because, as I said, you probably would carry this, you know, as part of a larger system, which I would assume includes a water bottle or a canteen or something. So there's no water in here because this is meant to be carried with other stuff usually, but if you didn't want to carry anything else, you could easily put some water purification tablets in a little bag, just like the ibuprofen. You could have some water purification and some sort of little plastic bag, or some people use a condom as a small water gathering item. So I didn't forget the water, it's just, it's taken care of by other parts of the system usually. Alright, so that's basically, yeah, it's my combination everyday carry useful items and mini you got lost in the wilderness kit. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.